Here's the shocking truth. The best-selling jeans in America right now are actually the worst for women over 60. Fashion marketers will never tell you this, but those trending cuts are designed with 20-year-old bodies in mind, and they end up highlighting exactly the spots most of us would rather soften. Waistlines that cut across the middle, fabrics that suffocate instead of support, and flashy washes that scream outdated rather than stylish. Yet here's the twist. There are 5 pairs, hidden in plain sight, that do the opposite. Styles that actually make you look fresher, more confident, and more modern at 60 plus than you did a decade ago. These are the jeans the fashion industry quietly buries because they don't want to admit that seniors have style power, too. And once you discover them, you'll never settle for comfortable but frumpy again. Before we dive in, tap that like button. It tells YouTube this message matters for women like us, and it keeps videos like this in your feed. Subscribe now to Ageless Style for women over 60, because every single week I bring you fashion freedom tips tailored for our stage of life. Tips you will not find on channels designed for younger women. Turn on notifications, because without that little bell, YouTube might not show you these videos, and you'll miss the next breakthrough style update that could change how you feel in your clothes tomorrow. And don't forget the new hype button. You only get 3 hypes a week, and every single one helps push this video higher so women over 60 finally get the spotlight we deserve. Imagine if thousands of us hyped this together. Suddenly, fashion for seniors wouldn't be an afterthought, it would be the headline. Quick question, how many pairs of jeans are sitting in your closet right now that you haven't touched in years? 2? 5? Maybe more? Drop the number in the comments, because you might be shocked to learn that some of those safe pairs are secretly adding 10 years to your look while hiding the 5 styles that could take them away. Calantha is 67, a retired teacher from Ohio who used to live in her jeans. Back in her 30s and 40s, denim was her everyday uniform, classroom days, weekend errands, even casual dinners. But something shifted after 60. She started to notice that the same jeans she once loved now felt more like punishment than comfort. The waistlines cut into her midsection, the stiff fabric seemed designed for someone else's body, and instead of looking polished, she felt as if the denim was announcing her age louder than her smile ever could. Slowly, her favorite pairs were pushed deeper into the closet, and she told herself jeans were for the younger generation. The misleading part? She believed she had aged out of denim, when the real truth was the industry had aged out of designing for her. Her turning point came in the most unexpected way. At a shopping trip with her daughter, she decided, almost out of defiance, to try on cuts she'd never considered before. To her surprise, they didn't just fit, they transformed how she carried herself. One pair smoothed her waistline without squeezing, another gave her legs back their length, and suddenly, she realized it wasn't her body that had betrayed her, it was the wrong style she'd been settling for. Calantha's story is proof that the right jeans don't just cover your body, they restore your dignity, presence, and that quiet spark of confidence you thought was gone. The fashion world may not shout this truth, but women over 60 are discovering that the most flattering denim was never off limits in the first place. It was simply hidden from view. And here's where I want to hear from you. Have you ever given up on jeans, or any piece of fashion, because it just didn't feel right anymore? Tell us below. Maybe it was heels, maybe it was skirts, maybe it was denim like Calantha. Share your story, because your voice might just inspire another woman to take her wardrobe back. Jean Type 1, High-Rise Straight Cuts. High-rise straight-cut jeans are the unsung hero of ageless style. For years, they've been labeled as dated or boring, but that's one of the most misleading statements in fashion. The truth? They are secretly one of the most flattering cuts for women over 60, creating smooth lines, balanced proportions, and a graceful silhouette that most modern trends fail to deliver. These jeans do something extraordinary. They don't just cover, they sculpt. They lengthen the frame, hold the waist without suffocating, and erase the need for constant tugging or adjusting. For women in their 60s and beyond, that combination is not just style, it's liberation. Calantha discovered this the hard way. For years she bought into the idea that low-rise jeans were the youthful choice, the only way to keep up with trends. But each time she wore them, she felt betrayed. The waistband cut into her softer midsection, and she spent entire afternoons pulling, adjusting, and wishing she could slip into something else. One moment stood out more than the rest. At her granddaughter's school recital, she leaned forward in her chair to clap, and instantly felt her jeans slide. Instead of basking in her granddaughter's big moment, she sat frozen, embarrassed, hoping no one noticed. The lie was that low-rise jeans would keep her looking young. The truth is they exposed her in ways no woman deserves. The turning point came when she reluctantly tried on a pair of high-rise straight cuts. At first, she expected the stiff, boxy look she remembered from decades earlier. But the fabric surprised her. It had stretch, structure, and a gentle hold that worked with her body rather than against it. Walking past the mirror, she caught her reflection and stopped. Her waist looked supported, her legs elongated, and for the first time in years, her jeans felt like an ally. For the first time, she said, I didn't have to keep pulling at my waistband all day. That moment wasn't about denim alone, it was about reclaiming confidence she thought was gone for good. Here's the twist most women don't realize. High-rise straight cuts are trending again, not just with older women, but with Gen Z and millennials who are wearing them as a retro revival. But while 20-somethings chase nostalgia, women over 60 reap the real reward. On a mature body, these jeans look elegant, effortless, and modern. They glide over the waist instead of slicing into it, they flatter the hips without clinging, and they give structure without discomfort. It's a style that whispers confidence instead of shouting for attention. Calantha found herself wearing them to casual outings, dinners, even travel days. No more wardrobe battles, no more secret dread. She realized that the problem was never her age, it was the wrong denim. High-rise straight cuts gave her back something she didn't know she had lost, the ability to move with dignity and to sit, stand, and bend without feeling her clothes working against her. The fashion industry may have convinced women that these jeans were out of style, but the reality is that they are one of the most timeless, body-friendly cuts available in 2025. Would you give high-rise jeans another chance, or do you feel they're too old-fashioned? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your story might inspire another woman to stop hiding her jeans in the back of the closet and start wearing them with pride. Jean Type 2, Dark Wash Slim Boot Cuts. Dark wash slim boot cuts are often called the illusion makers of denim, and for good reason. The deep indigo shade has a powerful slimming effect, and when paired with the gentle flare at the bottom, it tricks the eye into seeing longer legs, balanced hips, and a taller silhouette. The beauty of this style lies in its subtlety. It doesn't scream fashion statement, it whispers confidence. It's polished enough for dinner out, casual enough for everyday errands, and timeless enough to feel like it belongs in any closet. The best part? You don't have to change your body to fit these jeans. They adapt themselves to you. Calantha's story proves just how transformative this cut can be. For years, she stuck with lighter wash denim because she believed the myth that faded jeans were more relaxed and age-appropriate. But each time she wore them, she noticed something unsettling. Instead of looking effortless, she felt washed out. The lighter color drew attention to her knees and hips, areas she didn't want highlighted, and every time she caught her reflection, she felt older than she was. Still, she kept wearing them because they were familiar. This is the misleading part. We're told light washes are casual and flattering, when in reality, they drain color from the face and exaggerate lines on mature bodies. One evening at her book club, she decided to try something different. She pulled on a pair of dark wash slim boot cuts she had nearly forgotten about in the back of her closet. As she walked into the room, one of her friends looked at her and asked, "Did you lose weight?" The jeans hadn't changed her body, but they reshaped the way others perceived it. Her legs looked longer, her waist looked smoother, and the deep indigo tone gave her a lift that no light wash ever could. Calantha laughed to herself, realizing she had spent years hiding in the wrong denim. Here's the intriguing truth: dark wash denim doesn't just slim the body, it brightens the skin. That deep contrast reflects upward, softening fine lines, lifting undertones, and making the face look fresher. It's one of those subtle tricks the fashion industry rarely talks about, because it's too simple. They want to sell you new trends every season, not admit that one well-fitting pair of dark wash boot cuts can carry you for years. And while younger women may wear them occasionally, it's women over 60 who benefit most. The balance between slim thigh and gentle flare works wonders on mature figures, creating harmony between hips, legs, and shoes in a way skinny jeans never could. Calantha discovered that these jeans quickly became her bridge piece. She could wear them with a simple sweater to look casual, or pair them with a blazer for an elegant dinner. Unlike trendier cuts, they never made her feel like she was chasing youth. Instead, they gave her exactly what she wanted: style without strain, polish without pretense. It wasn't about pretending to be younger, she said. It was about feeling like myself, only sharper. If you've been living in faded denim because it feels safe, it might be time to challenge that comfort zone. Light washes may look carefree on the hanger, but on women over 60, they often magnify what you'd rather minimize. Dark wash slim boot cuts, on the other hand, are like instant tailoring. You slip them on, and suddenly your whole frame looks balanced, intentional, and elevated. They are the quiet powerhouse of the denim world, and they don't require you to try too hard. Do you prefer dark wash or light wash denim? Which makes you feel more confident? Share your answer below, because your take might just help another woman rediscover the denim that flatters her most. Jean Type 3, Pull-on jeans with hidden panels. Pull-on jeans with hidden panels are often underestimated, written off as lazy denim or only for lounging at home. But that's one of the biggest misconceptions in modern fashion. The surprising truth is that well-designed pull-ons are more flattering, and far more sophisticated, than half the zippered styles hanging in department stores right now. They don't just deliver comfort, they come with discreet tummy support that smooths the midsection, offering an elegant silhouette that looks chic without anyone realizing the secret is built into the waistband. It's not an exaggeration to say that pull-on jeans can take years off your look, not because they're trendy, but because they allow you to look polished without looking uncomfortable. Calantha had her moment of revelation on a long road trip to visit her sister. Normally, hours of sitting in stiff denim meant she'd arrive exhausted, tugging at her clothes, and secretly vowing never to wear jeans on a trip again. This time, she tried a pair of dark indigo pull-ons with hidden shaping panels. By the time she reached her destination, she realized something extraordinary. She had never once felt the need to unbutton, adjust, or complain. "I felt like myself the whole ride. No tugging, no adjusting," she later said with a grin. That single trip reframed how she saw jeans forever. Contrast that with another memory she recalled vividly. Years earlier, she had worn stiff, non-stretch denim to a Sunday service. She sat on the wooden pew, shifting uncomfortably as the fabric dug into her waist and thighs. Instead of focusing on the sermon, she silently counted the minutes until she could rush home, peel off the jeans, and finally breathe. The misleading myth is that structured denim equals sophistication, when in reality, stiffness is what robs maturity of its grace. Women over 60 don't need punishment disguised as style. They need fabrics that move, stretch, and support, without announcing themselves as shapewear. Here's what makes pull-on jeans with hidden panels even more intriguing. They are quietly becoming the go-to choice of celebrity stylists who dress older stars. Why? Because they provide camera-ready polish while allowing freedom of movement during hours-long events. Yet most everyday women dismiss them because of the stigma, believing pull-ons are just elastic waist jeans. The hidden truth is that technology has evolved. The panels are so discreet that nobody but you knows they're there. They smooth the midsection, support posture, and eliminate the muffin top effect that traditional jeans often create. For Calantha, this discovery wasn't just about a pair of pants, it was about dignity. She no longer had to choose between being stylish and being comfortable. The jeans adapted to her body instead of demanding that her body adapt to them. She wore them not only on road trips but also to casual dinners, even once with a tailored blouse to a small reunion. Each time, she felt secure, free to move, and confident that no one could see the little secret stitched into her waistband. The real exaggeration is that pull-ons are for older women who gave up. The reality is that they are designed for women who refuse to compromise on style or comfort. Think about it. When was the last time you put on jeans in the morning and kept them on all day without a single complaint? That's the silent power of pull-on jeans with hidden panels. They disappear into your lifestyle. They make sitting, standing, walking, and bending effortless. They're not announcing themselves, they're letting you take the spotlight. And isn't that exactly what style at 60 plus should be about? Would you trade zippers and buttons for comfort if the style still looked chic? Yes or no? Drop your answer below. I'm curious to see how many women are ready to ditch the struggle and embrace denim that finally works with them instead of against them. Jean Type 4, Cropped Flares with Stretch. Cropped flares with stretch are the denim world's quiet rebels, often dismissed as too trendy or meant for younger women. But that dismissal is misleading. The reality is, cropped flares strike the perfect balance between modern flair and ageless sophistication, especially for women over 60. They're designed to hit just above the ankle, creating a line that visually lifts the leg while keeping proportions in check. Add stretch, and suddenly you've got a jean that moves with you instead of against you, offering comfort without sacrificing style. Calantha's first experience with cropped flares was at her granddaughter's graduation. She had almost chosen her old boot cuts out of habit, but something in her nudged her to try the cropped flares she'd bought on a whim. She paired them with a simple blouse and low-heeled shoes. When her daughter leaned in and whispered, "Mom, you look incredible," it wasn't just a compliment, it was a confirmation that she hadn't lost her sense of style. That moment mattered, because Calantha realized she didn't have to fade into the background of family photos. She could stand out, look current, and still feel entirely herself. Now, compare that to the trap she had fallen into with ultra-skinny jeans. They promised to be sleek and youthful, but in reality, they betrayed her. The tightness exaggerated every step, squeezing her calves and knees, and even made climbing the school auditorium stairs feel like a performance in itself. Instead of elegance, she felt restricted, almost costume-like. The fashion lie is that skinny jeans are the universal must-have. The truth is, on mature bodies, they often rob movement, highlight the wrong areas, and create discomfort that no stylish silhouette can disguise. Here's where cropped flares with stretch shine. The flare at the hem balances the hips and softens the overall silhouette. The cropped length draws attention to footwear, which means you can play with flats, low heels, or even sneakers without losing style points. And the built-in stretch ensures that whether you're sitting through a ceremony, standing in a long line, or walking with grandchildren, your jeans aren't a burden, they're an ally. Some stylists even argue that cropped flares are more forgiving than straight cuts, because they create movement and flow that distract from areas many women feel self-conscious about. Cropped flares are also very now. In 2025, they're everywhere on runways and in street style, but what's remarkable is how adaptable they are. On younger women, they read playful and edgy. On women over 60, they read chic, intentional, and fresh. That duality makes them one of the smartest denim investments you can make, because they allow you to participate in the current fashion conversation without feeling like you're trying to compete with your daughter or granddaughter. Instead, you're wearing a style that feels authentic to you, stylish without strain. Calantha said it best, in those cropped flares, "I didn't feel older or younger, I just felt like me, but better." That's the quiet magic of this jean. It doesn't erase your age, it honors it, while showing that your style journey didn't stop at 60, it evolved. And the stretch in the fabric means you get to enjoy both the modern silhouette and the practical comfort that lets you keep up with your busy, beautiful life. Do you think cropped jeans work at 60 plus, or are they better left to younger women? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to see where you stand on this, because your answer might inspire someone else to give cropped flares a chance. Jean Type 5, Tailored wide legs in soft denim. Tailored wide-leg jeans in soft denim are not just a passing trend, they are the comeback story of 2025. The shocking twist? They look better on women over 60 than they do on the 20-somethings posting them all over social media. Why? Because this style does what most jeans can't, it balances elegance with movement, structure with softness, and modernity with timeless appeal. Wide legs have the rare ability to elongate the frame, skim gracefully over the body, and create a flowing line that says sophistication instead of struggle. The secret is in the tailoring. When cut properly, they don't drown you, they elevate you. Calantha's first experience with wide legs was at a dinner she nearly skipped. She paired her soft denim wide legs with a tailored blazer, half expecting to feel frumpy or lost in fabric. Instead, she felt powerful. The jeans moved with her, almost like a dress pant, but without the stiffness. As she entered the restaurant, an old friend paused mid-sentence and said, "You look ageless." That word, ageless, stuck with her. It wasn't about looking younger, it was about looking confident, current, and undeniably herself. She realized then that wide-leg denim wasn't oversized or sloppy when tailored well, it was elegance in motion. But this came after a mistake many women fall into, the lure of baggy, oversized jeans. They promise comfort, but they come at a cost. Calantha recalled trying a pair of relaxed fit denim, thinking they'd be an easy, casual option. Instead, the fabric swallowed her frame, erased her shape, and made her feel invisible. The jeans weren't just unflattering, they projected the opposite of presence. This is the fashion exaggeration, that oversized equals effortless. The truth is, oversized often equals overlooked. For women over 60 who've spent a lifetime building identity and voice, why would anyone want their clothes to mute them? Tailored wide legs are the antidote. The structure ensures the waistband sits smoothly, the cut elongates the legs, and the flow of soft denim gives movement without rigidity. In fact, many stylists today call them the power jeans, because they can easily transition from casual brunch to elegant evening with just a change of shoes. Imagine pairing them with flats for errands or with a blazer and pearls for dinner. You command attention in both settings, not because the jeans shout, but because they frame you with quiet authority. And here's the bold truth. Wide legs are trending harder in 2025 than skinny jeans ever did in their prime. Designers from New York to Paris are showcasing them on runways, and while younger women are chasing the trend, women over 60 are owning it. For seniors, the look reads as timeless, not trendy. It signals presence, elegance, and the confidence of someone who knows exactly who she is. That's why Calantha loved them. She didn't feel like she was trying to dress young. She felt like she was dressing wise. The most surprising part? Wide legs don't just flatter tall women. With the right cut and proportion, they create the illusion of length even for petite frames. Paired with the right shoe, they can stretch your silhouette and add instant polish. They are proof that denim can still surprise you, even after 60. Do you see yourself trying wide-leg jeans, or do you think they'd overwhelm your frame? Let's hear your take in the comments, because your answer might inspire another woman to stop hiding in baggy jeans and step boldly into tailored elegance. For Calantha, what began as frustration with denim turned into something much deeper, a rediscovery of joy. She realized jeans weren't just clothing, they were a quiet symbol of freedom, dignity, and self-expression. Every pair she chose reminded her that style didn't vanish with age, it simply needed to be redefined. The misleading idea that fashion belongs only to the young is one of the greatest lies ever sold. The truth is, age sharpens style, giving it perspective, confidence, and authority that no 20-something could ever buy off a rack. When she looked in the mirror wearing the right jeans, she didn't see someone trying to be younger, she saw herself, only clearer. Her journey proved something powerful: your age doesn't erase style, it redefines it. Every cut, every wash, every fit tells a story, and after 60, those stories carry more weight, more texture, more truth. Denim is not about chasing trends, it's about choosing fabrics that honor the life you've lived and the presence you carry now. Think about it, one pair of jeans can make you feel invisible, while another can make you feel unstoppable. Which would you rather carry into the next decade of your life? Now, here's where you come in. If this video has struck a chord, don't just watch quietly, take action. Tap that like button right now, because it tells YouTube this message matters for women over 60, and it ensures other women like you discover it, too. Hit subscribe to join the Ageless Style community, where every week we bring fresh, real-world fashion tips designed for women who are rewriting what style after 60 looks like. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because YouTube won't always show you these videos unless you ask it to. You deserve to be the first to know when a new tip drops. And here's the most exciting part, the hype button. It's YouTube's way of letting your voice rise above the noise. You only get 3 hypes a week, but every single hype pushes this video higher, ensuring that style for seniors isn't buried at the bottom of the feed. Imagine thousands of women over 60 hyping this together. Fashion for our generation wouldn't be overlooked, it would be trending. That's how much power you hold in one simple click. But we're not done yet. Next week, I'll be revealing the 3 jackets that instantly take 10 years off your look. These aren't gimmicks or outdated tricks, they're real, practical choices that transform how you walk into a room. And trust me, number 3 will shock you, because it's a jacket most women already own but never thought to wear this way. So here's my final question for you, which of these 5 jean types would you try first? Would it be the high-rise straights that smooth your midsection, the slimming dark wash boot cuts, the hidden panel pull-ons, the modern cropped flares, or the elegant wide legs? Leave your pick in the comments, I'll be reading them, and your answer might inspire another woman to take her first step back into denim with confidence. Your jeans don't just dress you. They carry your story forward. And your story, at 60 and beyond, deserves to be told with style.